Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Mackenzie. Today I'm going to be showing you how to complete your Dreamlight collection tasks in the most efficient way. I have recently finished over 90% of my Dreamlight tasks. I'm a big completionist, so I was on a mission to finish these as quickly as I could. But when taking a break from this big task, I came across this photo. And as soon as I saw it, I opened my game and ran to check on my own tree. That's when I officially learned my math was right and I am at a stage 5 tree with over 90% complete. My whole method was to sell or waste as little of everything as I could. So this video is a bit of what my daily routine is and how to knock out as many tasks at a time as you can. First, we have foraging. Foraging is split between two categories: harvesting and feeding the critters. For harvesting, I recommend putting all of your fruit trees and bushes in one biome. It'll make it a lot easier and quicker to harvest them all. For harvesting spices, I recommend when you're walking around doing your daily tasks to just constantly pick up every spice when you see them. If you keep making your rounds, eventually you'll only have a couple spices to collect from a few biomes. Don't forget that coconuts were recently added as a collections task in the new Pride of the Valley update. For the second half of foraging, we're going to talk about feeding the animals, which is the only thing I'm slacking on. Once I collected every critter companion, I slowed down on feeding the animals. There's not many helpful tips I can give for feeding these animals, so just try to feed them when you can, and I'm going to quickly go over what each animal eats and how to feed them. There are only 4 different methods to remember for feeding the animals, and the first method is for the crocodiles and the raccoons. The crocodiles eat lobster and the raccoons eat blueberries. They like to play red light, green light. The second method is for rabbits who like to eat carrots and the foxes who like to eat white sturgeon, and you need to chase them 3 times and then they will let you approach them. The third method is the easiest method. You just walk right up to them, and that is for squirrels that eat peanuts and sunbirds that eat flowers that grow in the sunlit plateau. And the final method is also pretty easy. This method is used for sea turtles and ravens. You just need to stand by them and wait for them to... For me, surprisingly, the easiest animals to feed are the ravens. I've found a method that made it super easy for me to just say stocked up on 5-star meals. Stay tuned and I'll explain it in the cooking section. So next, we're going to talk about gardening. I've set up little gardens in each area to help spawn more of the memory orbs, and then that gave me a reason to repeatedly buy and plant the seeds from every biome to help finish the Dreamlight task. The reason I use these little farms in every biome is because I noticed that when my pumpkin farm stayed in the same biome, every orb I received from harvesting my pumpkins would only give me money. But farming from other areas spawned memories more frequently. So I've moved my pumpkin farm around to different biomes, and it definitely helped. So if you're trying to complete the missing memories, make sure you're farming in every biome. Next we have fishing, which I really feel like takes the longest, or maybe that's just because I rely too much on Moana. My fishing route was to go between the Peaceful Meadow, Glade of Trust, and the Dazzle Beach. Then I would go between the Forest of Valor and Frosted Heights, and I would only go back to the beach if it was raining. Then finally I would bounce back and forth between Forgotten Lands and the Sunlit Plateau. Instead of standing around waiting for new fishing bubbles, cast your rod into an open area where there are no bubbles. If you catch seaweed, it won't count, but if you catch a fish, it will count. Using this method, I ended up catching more fish than seaweed. Alright, we've made it to cooking. So cooking for me was one of the first collections I completed. I would try to only cook when I was about to get off the game and I had finished my rounds. For 1-star meals, I just tossed in one of whatever I had on hand. For 2-star meals, I recommend making tasty veggies, the small seafood platter, or a grilled fish entree. I also tried to save most of these meals to use as energy for completing the fishing tasks. For 3-star meals, I recommend making the pan-seared bass with veggies or the pan-seared tilapia with veggies, or the seafood soup or berry salad. For 4-star meals, I recommend the pickled herring, the veggie casserole, or a fruitcake. You are not limited to these recipes. These are just the ones I found that didn't contain wheat, so I could hoard it for crafting, and they were the easiest to make that would help me complete multiple Dreamlight tasks at a time. And for 5-star meals, I recommend making the large seafood platter. The reason I only recommend the large seafood platter for 5-star meals is because I think they're the easiest to make and can help you knock out the most tasks at a time. When making your seafood platters, sell the ones worth a lot of money and keep the cheaper ones in a chest to feed to your ravens. Next, we're going to talk about the friendship and village collections. The only thing I feel like I can help you with the friendship collection is just to give you a reminder to talk to whatever villager you see and to give them a gift if you have it. By the time I put this video, I should be done with my Dreamlight duties, but I have a little less than 100 left. The easiest ones to do are to change your outfit or to take a picture, so try to complete those every time you see them. I missed one of the Halloween ones, so hopefully I'll be able to complete that in October. I didn't get a video of it, but in the new Pride of the Valley update, they added a few collection tasks for Easter, so make sure to check around each holiday or update to see if any more have been added. Finally, we have mining. Sapphires took me the longest to finish, and my mining route was fairly similar to the route I showed for fishing. I didn't prioritize any method for mining. I kind of just ran around and hit all the rocks every 5 minutes. Alright, and that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know down below what stage your tree is at and if this video helps you grow your tree to a stage 5.